Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Roundabout Theatre Company continues their 50th anniversary season with a new production of the Alfred and Robert Waldman musical, The Robber Bridegroom. Under the direction of Alex Timbers, it will open on March 13th at the Laura Pels Theatre. And we drop by the rehearsal room to bring you a sneak peek and to meet the company, led by Steven Pasquale.
Guess you wonder why I let this rich man buy and passed up all his money with a smile. Sitting up, you say I let him get away. Well, the answer is I steal with style. I steal with style. I don't come up and rock like some dumb country's rock. I let my treasure dangle for a while. Here, see this? That's a Danny Zuko comb. That's not a weapon of any way, in any way. When we did the photo shoot, we couldn't find a knife, so that's just a comb. But now you know the secret is out.
Great poster.
Thank you so much. It's our best, like Johnny Depp.
I love it. I fell madly in love. I was telling Alfred Uhry, I saw this when Barry Bostwick did this on Broadway.
Nice.
Back at the Biltmore. I love this show.
You're aging yourself by saying.
I don't care. I really don't. That's the good thing about being a little older. I get to see all these great things that none of you people got to see.
Okay. And
Steve,
what did you think?
I love this show. Did you know the show? Yeah.
No, I didn't know it at all. And I consider myself a pretty heavy-duty musical theater nerd. So when Alex Timbers called me, I read the book and listened to the score for the first time. And I thought the score is incredible, and Alfred's work on the book is so interesting, and he really honors this weird, dark, funny novel. And to get in a rehearsal room with Alex Timbers, one of our great living American directors, was not a very difficult decision for me at all.
Sure. So talk about the role.
I played Jamie Lockhart, who is the bandit of the woods by night, and a gentleman, southern gentleman con man by day. One is dark and sinister and full of crime, and the other is, a preacher's prayer of earnest, honest goodness.
What's it like working on him in the rehearsal room with Alex? What a great director.
Really fun, super fun. It's an ensemble piece, and there are incredibly funny, fun, fast, smart, generous actors in this room, and Alex is utterly collaborative in spirit, and so it's one of the great experiences I've had in the theater.
So and being a part of the Roundabout's 50th anniversary season, and this is your first time working there.
That's right, yeah. I've been ships passing at the Roundabout many times, but it's really worked out this spring, both for Alex and I. Kind of got perfectly squeezed into a busy year, so we're both so happy to have had it work out in terms of the logistics.
We lost you for a while to tell the world of television and everything else, your hit TV series and stuff. I know you wanted to come back for the longest time. You and I spoke during Bridges and stuff. What's it been like working in the rehearsal room, doing shows again in front of a live audience?
Well, I've done a play every year for 15 years, so I've never gone away for too long.
Off you go to paradise. It says, Salome, you're headed not for heaven. Times like this don't happen twice. You're gonna fly. You're gonna die. You're gonna raise up off the ground and float away. I got a feeling. It's in the bag. You're gonna finally get what you deserve today.
I was telling your creative team, this is one of my favorite shows. I saw Barry Bostwick when I was a kid. I fell madly in love with this show. Did you know the show before you started?
I first saw a production of this 15 years ago, and I fell in love with it immediately. And, I've never directed a revival before in New York, but I just had a bee in my bonnet about this. And so I brought it to Todd, and I said, can we do a workshop of it? We did a workshop of it 4 years ago. And since then, we've just been waiting to find the perfect leading man, and we found that in Steve. Yeah.
So what do you love about this musical?
I love that it's first of all, it's incredibly mischievous. It's naughty, it's irreverent. It feels like it was written today, and it has this great ability for the actors to directly address the audience, take on roles, take on other roles, and there's this sort of communal storytelling aspect that makes it just feel inherently incredibly theatrical.
And collaborating with the original creators. I mean, you have Alfred, Uhry, Robert Waldman in the room. I mean, it's a dream for them to do this again. When you called Alfred, he thought it was a joke.
Yeah, Alfred and Robert wrote this as young men, and so this for them is their, their passion project that they love, and so to get to revisit it 40 years later, I think is very exciting for them. And they've been looking at it with fresh eyes. We've revisited aspects of the book, we've revisited aspects of the music, and so I think even if you've seen The Robber Bridegroom before, there's going to be a lot of new surprises in it for you.
Isn't it great where a creative team with a great director can rediscover a piece and look at it through fresh eyes?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what the American musical theater is, the American canon in a way. And so to get to look at these shows and get to see different interpretations of them is one of the most fun things I think about being a theater goer in New York.
Dress up, Salome, get set, Salome, goodbye, Salome, dear. Dress up, Salome, get set, Salome, goodbye, Salome, dear. Dress up, Salome, get set, Salome, goodbye, 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 Salome, dear.
Well, first of all, welcome back into the rehearsal room for The Robber Bridegroom. How excited are you, Alfred?
It's unbelievable to me. I still haven't quite processed that it's really happening, and in the best way possible. I mean, Alex Timbers called Bob Waldman and me out of the blue and said he loved The Robber Bridegroom. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a joke because I just liked Alex's work so much. I didn't know him, and I always thought, my God, he should do The Robber Bridegroom, and here he is doing it.
So what has it been like for you being back in the rehearsal room with this incredible company, part of the 50th anniversary season for Roundabout?
It's like a dream. It's like there could not be a better company to do The Robber Bridegroom and a better time. I mean, we've had chances to do it and they weren't right and the actors weren't right, and it's got a particular style that somebody has to appreciate, and it just couldn't be better. It's wonderful to have something like this happen 40 years after the fact.
How excited are you back in New York with The Robber Bridegroom?
Well, more anxious than excited. In our younger days, we just would be excited because, but it's, I think it's in very good hands with Alex Timbers and with Roundabout, and Alfred and I are feeling good. They've been very faithful to us in pulling it along and getting it, getting all the things that are required to put the show on that disappear in the mail in many times. They've seemed to have been kept pulling them back, and here we are, ready to really do it. And it's a wonderful theater that it's set in. So it'll be an interesting time. I hope people still enjoy it. I think they do.
Oh, they're going to love this. Collaborating again with Alfred and Alex in the rehearsal room, what that's all meant to you.
It's meant that it never changed, that it's still as good as ever, and that's why we commit our lives to it. I mean, because there's a wonderful communication and banding together. Because I think it goes with history that you know how disastrous things could develop, and be. And you try your best and you do what, I think we try to create what we would love to see in the theater. I go on many times with my wife and she says, "Why do you sit there like that?" I said, "Well, I'm going in there to be seduced, and sometimes I'm not."